Welcome to the last Dropfleet tactic video with Shaltari and the mission to ground control. This time they're going against Scourge. I will as well again shorten up this battle report even more than the last one, but I will do more detailed and better information between the turns. But my goal will be to show you the first turn, the third turn, and the sixth and last turn. Yes, but before we start, again, I will choose a completely new mission. This time, cities are worth 3 points, military sectors 2 points, and industrial 1 point. And the counting is a bit differently. Every sector you control, not contested, you need to hold it alone, will be add up to your points every turn from turn 2 ongoing. So every turn you hold the sector, you get points for it, starting from turn 2. And at the end of the game, you count and add up all sectors you have, and which side has more sectors than the other, or more counting point sectors, gets an bonus, an extra victory point. Again, in this mission, military bases are critical locations. So this will do a lot of victory points because you start counting from turn 2. And I think again Shaltari will do an easy job. That was my goal. I wanted to have a tactic and I wanted to choose the right faction to go and win against a normal all-purpose army. So if Shaltari is going to win again against Scourge, and they won already against PHR and UCM, then the tactic works and the faction is preferred for tactics that need ground domination. Okay, so before we start over to turn 1, you see here again the fleet of Shaltari, but you know this fleet already very well, I think, because it's always the same Shaltari fleet. Down there you have 20 points of a heavy cruiser, close combat and orbital bombardment, then a mothership, and then a normal cruiser, again orbital bombardment and close action. The next group is just containing 6 void gates and a carrier. The next group is containing 3 void gates, a mothership, and 2 opal frigates. The frigates with the shield boost. The last and smallest group is containing... Oh yeah, I did a mistake. There is the cruiser with orbital bombardment and close action. Down there is another mothership. And 3 corvettes. So now, we're looking to Scourge. The biggest Scourge group is 20 points, so equal to Shaltari, and has a Basilisk battlecruiser and 2 Strix cruiser. They're close action. And your Basilisk as well is stealth mode and close action like. Then the second group, it's a 10 and Shaltari has a 11, so they're a bit better in getting the initiative. It's a carrier and a close action cruiser. The next group, it's 9 points, again 10 points down by Shaltari, so Scourge again is a bit lighter, a bit faster in getting the initiative. It's 2 strike carrier, a troop ship, and 2 carribeats. These are the special frigates that can shoot out of the atmosphere without penalties, so it's really submarine-like frigates. The last group, it's a 7 and Shaltari has a 8, so again Scourge in 3 times of 4 battle groups, Scourge is faster with initiative, so we will see if this is bad for Shaltari. A bunch of 2 corvettes and 3 corvettes and 2 Scylla frigates. I think something with close action, I can't remember. We'll see in the game. So that's it, that's the Scourge fleet. The Scourge fleet is going to crush into Shaltari. Shaltari shields worked again very well again against the Skald rule of Scourge, because they will not count against shields. In exchange, close action weapons have the most dis, and the most dis can overcome shields, because there's no point defense. Shaltari has carriers, so they can use fighters to add to point defenses as well, using shields. So they can do something against it, but we'll see if it's enough. So now we're going to turn 1. Okay, so I changed my mind a bit, but okay, so this is turn 1. And I will show shortly turn 1 because it looks really cool if you see just how the two fleets came up and see the difference between the tactics. Yeah, I built up some more cards for myself for the special orders system, because I always forget which special orders I chosen. The problem is you choose a special order for a battle group and not for a squad. So, for example, they chose station keeping, and then every ship, every single unit can choose to take standard orders or special orders. But you can never use more than one special order per battle group. So it's important, and tactically it's really, taking you into deeper for fleet building, because you need to compare ships and look which role will the ship take. So Scourge went with station keeping to stay back at their place, and then changed to silent running with their bigger ships, because they have a big signature and they're close action weapons, so they don't want to get caught before they're near enough. So silent running on this side. The other side is all of them put like station keeping. Shaltari have their shields down, and with station keeping and the low signature, they will not get caught by Scourge so early. Carriers and motherships are really at the back. Carriers will need to back up against close action, so fighters, point defenses, and don't go really for engaging with bombers. And the motherships will go and cruise along their side of the table and will stay there as long as possible. Yeah, and the void gates will do some crazy stuff I thought about. I think it will work really cool, but we will see. Yeah, so that's turn 1. But the decision I made is I changed the turns I want to show you. I'm going to show you turn 2, 4, and 6. Turn 1 is not really, really intensive. And then if I show you turn 1, 3, and 6, then we have a bigger hole between 3 and 6. So it's normally going to be 2, 4, and 6. Okay, I'm talking and talking. So let's go on and continue this. Okay, let's see. There we are after the end of turn 2. So, no lost ships so far. Nobody lost any ships. Okay, let's see. So, the yellow ones are the special orders for the battle group. Scourge. Scourge was at the beginning heavier. They again used silent running for their close action ships at both sides of the board, and later on they used max trust with their smaller ships to really at the end, well, all of the Shaltari, or most of them, already moved in shot. They rushed forward into atmosphere with corvettes and Skylar frigates, the special frigates that can shoot up the orbital layer. So they're between the lines of Shaltari and can then start to go against motherships or carriers. Yeah, that was their tactic. So in the end, they're starting to get aggressively. The troopship deployed the troops at the middle cluster, but the void gates could defend it and shoot down all the bulk lander. Yeah, the strike carrier as well tried to put something there, didn't make it, but the tank token could be placed there, and the placements of first round could like redeploy, so they have all of the sectors. Yeah, now to the Shaltari side. The Shaltari side started with Max Trust, with this Turkish cruiser. It's the close action bombardment cruiser. It stayed behind, but the corvettes rushed to the other side of the table to encounter, or to, yeah, take down the troopship. But we will see that that's not necessary anymore. Yeah. Then a special order active scan. Yes, we did an active scan. And now we're coming back to the troopship of Scourge. The heavy jet cruiser, its bombardment close action ship, put up its shields, used active scan, pinged the troopship of Scourge, and afterwards the carrier could shoot at the troopship, did 2 damage. Sometime later, the second carrier could shoot at the troopship and did 2 damage. Yeah. In the roundup launcher set phase, a big group of bombers went to the troopship, and another big group of bombers went to the close action strike carrier back there. So, the cruiser back there suffered heavily damage. It has 1 health point left, and weapons are offline. That's it. The troopship did get just 1 damage from the bombers because all the fighters of the Scourge carrier defended it. But this 1 damage crippled the ship. The ship got engines damaged, orbital decay. Yeah, so if this is not repaired, it will, crash on the planet this round, and then it's gone. That's it. Now we see again how strong bombers are. The mothership stuck in the back, and the white gates could easily deploy and save all the sectors. This group of white gates rushed forward with Max Trust, so they cannot deploy any tokens this turn, but next turn, and they saved it against the Scourge invasions. Those 2 void gates again rushed from the back till there, and next round they can deploy troops there, and they're in the safe spot. They're in atmosphere. Those 2 guys are for bombardment. The Scourge frigates, they can bombard those 2 clusters if necessary. Yeah, that's it. That's turn 2, and it's exciting. It's very tactical, and I like it. Yeah. Scourge has more victory points. They have 8 points, and Shaltari has 7 points. But I think, again, Shaltari will make it afterwards, because Ground Domination is really a very good way to win most of the scenarios and missions in Dropfleet. You just can go and get more victory points for it. So now I will do the 3rd turn and the 4th turn, and then I will show you the end of the 4th turn. Okay, so here do you see the battlefield after the 4th round turn. So there are some suffers of ships from both sides, but the most casualties were taken from Scourge. Yeah, so now we will go through the 4th turn, and then I will describe everything. So at the start, the first battle group, Shaltari could start and took the special orders curse changed. So this mothership went from the backside to the front, and I think it fired at something. Oh, I'm not sure about this. Okay. Yeah. It fired at one of those Skylar frigates from Scourge, but it did not hit because they're in atmosphere. Then the Void Gates, two of them are back there. They put 1 damage on the carrier, and 1 Void Gate was there, and it went outside. Now it's here. This is the Void Gate. It's in the low orbit. To later on, I don't know, go and help somewhere to keep critical locations. Because in this mission, ground control is not that important. So they decided to put the White Gates into the space battle. One of the Opal frigates was destroyed. The other Opal frigate went into the middle here. The plan was that maybe the heavy jet cruiser needs support by the shield boost, but it positioned somewhere else, so yeah. That's it for this first squad. Then the Scourge put their battle cruiser and the 2 Strix cruiser with weapons 3. The Strix cruiser, they were already gone because last turn, in turn 3, they went forward and attacked the heavy jet cruiser. Did really good damage, but not enough to destroy it. The heavy jet cruiser fired back and destroyed one of the Strix cruiser, and the other one died afterwards. I don't know, because some of the Shaltari carrier or motherships fired at it, something like this. And the first one blew up and did some additional damage. The heavy jet cruiser just survived because of the support from the Opal frigates with shield boost. The battle cruiser from Scourge went weapons free and shot at the Turkish cruiser from Shaltari. Did good damage, yeah. But then some of the Shaltari ships, like the mothership and 1 carrier, attacked it, and it could not suffer any more damage. Last turn it got damage from the close action weapons of the Turkish cruiser, so it really suffered many damages. That's it. So this battle group is now wiped out afterwards. Okay, now again, the second battle group, their Scourge could start, and they have curse change. It was the carrier and the Wern cruiser. It's a close action cruiser. The Wern cruiser used his turn to get between those 2 spots later for the critical location point, and he fired as well, I think, at the Turkish cruiser to help take it out. The carrier from Scourge as well went into the middle to take both critical locations and fired at something. I don't know at what, but they fired at something. Yes, it did the damage at the carrier from Shaltari. Yeah, that's it. Or maybe from the jet heavy cruiser, I cannot remember, but it did a bit of damage. The heavy jet cruiser fired back and did damage at the carrier. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Now, the next battle group, again, Scourge can do a curse change. So, the Skiller frigates did the curse change to attack as well the carrier and the heavy jet cruiser, but they did no damage. And the remaining corvettes changed a bit and attacked. They attacked, I think, this carrier, because this carrier was already had already many points on it. I don't remember why. Maybe the Verne cruiser shot at it. Somebody shot at it and the corvettes finished it off. Yeah. That's it. Okay. This group didn't use any special commands. It was just the Shaltari corvettes are left and they shot at the Verne cruiser, did 1 damage. Oh, at least they did a damage. Then next again Scourge could start, did not use any special orders. The strike carrier back here is moved out of atmosphere to help out in the middle, because if any ground domination is important, then the cities, and if you don't have the cities, then it's not important anymore. The jerry-bead frigates moved a bit to the middle, bombarded one city, took out a tank token from Shaltari, but at the next turn, Shaltari again deployed a tank token there. Yeah. Then Shaltari again used special orders curse change, so the jet cruiser and all the other stuff like the mothership and the carrier could move a bit into the critical location areas to grab the victory points. Because in the end, yeah, Shaltari has 2 points for ground domination, 4 points for critical location, and Scourge has 4 points for critical location. So Shaltari is, because of the ground domination, 2 points leading, but we'll see if this is continuing like this. But it looks, because Scourge has no heavy ships left to take critical locations. Yeah, Scourge has big problems to do anything anymore. Yeah. Okay, but now I will continue to do turn 5 and 6 and then show you the end of the game. Let's see how it comes out. Hey there, so here we are. Yeah, this time we're still in round 5, turn 5, because Scourge is not able to do anything anymore. I'm not sure about this, if there is something that Scourge will lose earlier if they don't have any bigger ships left. Maybe afterwards in the normal rules, if you have no commander, no bigger ship. But right now Scourge is not able to occupy any critical locations. They cannot get any sectors, clusters. They're not able to achieve any further victory points. So that's it. I cut it out here. Yeah. But to mention, we're in turn 6. I just did not finish turn 6. Yeah, at the start, the Shaltari and Scourge had a 10, but the decided for Shaltari to start. And then the Shaltari mothership turned and shoot at the Verne cruiser from Scourge, but could not kill it. It had 1 health point left. The Opal frigate shot at it and killed it. So, hero of the day, the Opal frigate. So, the battle group was wiped out before Scourge could start. Next, Scourge could take advantage and start with their last corvette, and it tried to kill this white gate, did 1 damage. Later on it got killed by corvettes from Shaltari, and the Skula frigates tried to kill the jet heavy cruiser. This one has 1 health point left, so they did a really good job, but yeah, 1 health point was missing. So yeah, as mentioned, the corvettes engaged against the corvettes of Scourge and did some damage on the Skulas. Then again, Scourge could start with their last battle group, but that's just those 4 ships. So the Kerbeats, they did bombardment, but did damage to the cities, but could not kill any ground tokens. Yeah, that's it. And then the big group from Shaltari, yeah, here I stopped because Shaltari has 16 victory points, Scourge has 4 victory points. It's really easy to see that Shaltari wins. I thought Shaltari will have a hard time against Scourge, but you can see Shaltari puts shields up and Scourge Scald special rule is not counting anymore. I tried with tons of close action, but Shaltari itself brought close action weapons, and Scourge actually has very good point defense compared to others, but it was not enough. And the Shaltari are tricky with their special beam close action weapons. They cannot be stopped by point defenses. So the start was very good for Scourge, I think, but later on they lost too early. And I must admit, I read the mission wrong in the first time. Here it's much more important to have the critical locations and not the ground domination, because Shaltari got 4 victory points for ground domination and the rest is for critical location. So Scourge could maybe play some other playstyle to get more critical locations than Shaltari, and then it would look different. But in the end, Shaltari was not built to be anti-ship, but they're really good in it, actually. And that's because the carriers. Okay, I always think carriers are support choice, so they're fitting in every role and in every theme of play, so they can like always defend your troop transports with fighters, so they fit in a ground domination list as well in other lists. So Shaltari brings very good fighter bomber styles. Then as well, the Shaltari carrier, the main weapon, does really good damage, and as well the mothership main weapon does really good damage. So they have lots of anti-ship weapons by side their good ground domination. And then the Czech carrier and the Turkish carrier, I put them into the list because of the bombardment, but in the end I used much more the close action weapons of those ships. They have alternate firing modes, close action or bombardment, and the close action with the beam special rule, so you cannot take any saves against them, is actually really good. Okay, so Shaltari won all 3 games against every other faction. So this tactics series is over, and you see it worked out. I wanted to choose a tactic, and I wanted to choose a faction that fits perfectly for this tactic. So my intention was they are proved to win all games, and in the first tactic it was. They did astronomically good, because I thought they were not so well in anti-ship, but they were good in everything. So now I fear for myself, because I'm going to play UCM and PHR afterwards, but maybe I'm just not a good Scourge player. Could be. But UCM was like, they were an advantage because I used the Avalon wrong, and Shaltari really lost their carrier in turn 2. But still, they won the game. PHR. I'm not sure. Maybe I put the wrong list with PHR, but PHR has the most fighter bombers against Shaltari in the field, in the normal list. And still, they could not manage to overcome them, but I think PHR, it was really because of ground units, I think. Okay, just tell me what you think, and tell me about the style to don't show every round, every turn. Is it enough? Can you really see what happens on the battlefield or not? Maybe it's not comfortable. I must say I forgot some stuff myself if I don't do every turn. So for the next tactics video I will use again those special orders system, because that's really comfortable. But I think I will go on and show again every turn and not every second turn. It's much better to, to keep track of what's happening on the battlefield. So, as I said already, I hope you enjoyed it very much. Come back and look at the second tactics. I will show you soon. Bye bye bye.